Have you ever left a meeting and thought, well, that didn't go the way I pictured it? Or maybe you've given a presentation and afterwards you beat yourself up because you forgot to say something you thought was super important, or you tripped over your words and you're rehashing that in your head over and over. Failure is not fatal. And we can learn a great deal from it when we stop beating ourselves up about it. In my video today, I want to share with you 3 ideas about how you can take this idea of failure as feedback and use it to help you improve your presentations. Shift from thinking, oh my gosh, that's the worst thing ever, to, what could I learn from this? We like to think that everybody else is perfect and doing it right. And the truth is, they're not. So stop comparing because you need to run your own race, especially when it comes to presentations. The best way to try things out are in your own space in front of the camera or in a group that's supportive. More about that in a minute. So you can practice and build what I call muscle memory. Because the more we tell a story, the more we do the work to improve our presentation skills, the better off we're going to be. What happens to a lot of people is they make a mistake and then they quit. Avoid that. There's a myth that says we have to get it right, and we don't. We can pursue the art of excellence, not perfection. And that's what I want you to think about. Next, every mistake has a message. The question to ask yourself is, what is this trying to teach me? Your inner critic will come at you, no doubt, and say, see, you're not good at that. You better just stop. No, take a step back and say, wonder what I could learn from this. And sometimes that is really hard. I don't want to pretend that what I'm sharing with you is easy, but it is so valuable. Several years ago, I was presenting to a group, and there was a glitch in my slide deck, and I didn't know it. I was facing the audience. I could not see the slides, not the sleeves, the slides. And I was moving towards my presentation, and someone in the audience raised their hand and said, your slides aren't advancing. Thank goodness they said that, right? Now, after the fact, I had a choice to make. I could replay that moment and beat myself up and think, why, oh, why did this happen to me? I learned from that, and I learned that need to check in advance when make sure the tech's working. So getting there early to the venue, making sure everything's going well. I had another situation where, luckily, before anybody in the audience got there, the woman who was hosting me said, do you know you have a misspelled word on your first slide? I did, and I didn't realize it. So lucky I could correct it before the audience got there. But my point is, I could have spent the next 3 days beating myself up about that. Oh, well, it happened. We corrected it. I need to move on. And that's what we want to be able to train ourselves to do. So find the message in the mistake and move forward. And then the third thing I want you to think about in terms of failure is it can be a paradox, because the only way to become confident under pressure is to experience that pressure. So getting out there, going to networking events, standing on stage, leading a meeting, sharing your idea in the meeting, whatever it is for you that you might struggle with when it comes to public speaking. Because public speaking is not just from the microphone at the podium. It's anytime you are in front of a group and sharing your ideas. So the team meeting you are leading or participating in, or simply a small group of people that you're having a conversation with. And you can even think of public speaking as meeting with someone one to one, and know that Usually in a one-to-one meeting, if I goof up, if I make a mistake, if I say too many ums and ands, not the end of the world. It's when we get in front of people that our inner critic starts yammering at us and can belabor the point well after the event is done. So know that confidence grows through repetition. When you think about all of the opportunities you have to present to a group, I want to encourage you to pursue them. I have many people say to me, "Oh, no, I couldn't possibly." Why not? When you hold back, you're robbing people of your insight. And I don't think we want to do that. I think it's important. So, just to recap what I've said is practice, not perfection, but seeking excellence and silencing the critic, creating a what I call a fear-proof mindset. So you're probably familiar by now with my 5 steps to speaking success. And the second, the T, is tackle obstacles early. Fear-proof communication won't eliminate nerves, but you can anticipate them and use them to your advantage. So reframe them as excitement. Here's an exercise I would like you to try. Next time you lead a meeting, present to a group, share your idea at a team meeting, whatever public speaking means to you, ask yourself this question: what went well? Now, sometimes that's a challenge because we think, oh, nothing. No, something went well. And maybe what went well is I had the courage to speak up. Then, what felt awkward or unclear? And what will I do differently next time? Focus on the future. So, not beating myself up for what happened in the past because I can't do anything to change the past. But what I can do is think about what will I do next time? So, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for hanging out with me today and listening to my message. Of course, if you know someone that could benefit from listening to this or hearing this, please feel free to share it with them. And if you haven't done so already, subscribe to my channel so you get my messages every week. Thanks, and we'll see you next time.